Okay, so welcome back to Delicious Kingdom on the Reacts Kingdom. My name is Delissa. Tonight we are gonna be doing a reaction to the brand new Style Theory video, and this one will be Style Theory How Sumieko Took Over the World. So, how did Sumieko take over the world? Let's see and find out how this will turn out. And now, before we get into the reaction, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want me to react to next on the Reacts Kingdom with your wonderful host, Delissa. Now, let's see and find out what this will be about after the intro.
My nails is done. Being a girl is fun. Yeah. We flow effortlessly. Feminine energy. Nothing else makes me. Yeah. Nothing like being a girl. I swear we rule the world. It's nothing like being a girl. Precious as diamonds and pearls.
Okay, now, 3, 2, 1, let go.
Hatsune Miku is taking over the planet. She's selling out concerts, filling up cosplay closets, and making some serious bank.
Okay, so. Okay. She's famous apparently. And is a person, female. Okay,
All without actually being a real person. But how did the internet's favorite digital idol come to be? Why are there so many and making some serious bank? All without actually being a real person.
okay. Maybe it isn't. Let us find out.
But how did the internet's favorite digital idol come to be? Why are
Oh, digital idol. Okay, never mind it. Not a real person.
there so many different versions? And how can someone like you or me become an official Miku? Let's find out.
Sumieko, okay.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Style Theory, the show that's been thinking, should we change our hair? Maybe some bangs, some twin tails, something.
I mean, maybe. Maybe you guys should. No good. I'm gonna get my nails repainted on Wednesday. And some other stuff this week, and that's no good.
Blue? Okay, well, actually, that style has been taken since 2007 by the worldwide sensation that is Hatsune Miku.
You can call me Miku.
And if you don't know who Hatsune Miku is, don't worry. By the end of this episode, you will feel like an expert. But Amy, I hear you say from behind the screen.
I feel like an expert in something, alright? My girlfriend. And being a feminist. Okay.
Why are we talking about Hatsune Miku right now? I'm glad you asked. As of the recording of this episode, Pokemon and Hatsune Miku just put on their Voltage Live event, a huge concert featuring the world's largest media franchise and the world's biggest virtual pop star. I mean, just look at these Mikus that they made for each of the Pokemon types. I am dead. Actually dead. R.I.P. me. My soul has been set free. So gather round.
Okay.
As we go through Hatsune Miku 101, explore her fashion influence, and answer the age-old question, in a world full of Mikus, which one is real?
It's on my
Let's
face.
find out.
Now it's time to die.
This isn't about revenge.
Does that mean I'm not getting paid?
Okay.
Real. can discuss the fashion of Hatsune Miku, we need to know exactly what Hatsune Miku is. Is she an AI? Is she a VTuber? Is she just some kind of hologram that wishes she was a real girl? Oh, well, actually, she is none of those things. It turns out that Hatsune Miku is really an instrument. Okay, hear me out. It all started in the
Interesting. Okay.
year
Must be nice, though.
2000, when Yamaha, one of the leaders in making both motorcycles and digital instruments, started working on a new project. At the time, they were making things like keyboards, electric guitars, and drum kits that were used not just by consumers, but by major musical productions. But
Hey, I mean... Don't know about you, but I would love a female instrument, okay?
there was one instrument that
Oh, wait. Maybe I do. Another one.
they hadn't quite cracked yet. The human voice. And Yamaha, one of the leaders in making both motorcycles and digital instruments, started working on a new project. At the time, they were making things like keyboards, electric guitars, and drum kits.
But I want my I want my female instrument be physical, though. And not digital.
That were used not just by consumers, but by major musical productions. But there was one instrument that they hadn't quite cracked yet. The human voice. Yamaha developed a technique that allowed people to take real human voices, break them down into their component parts, and then digitize them. These digital voice banks could then be used by musicians to make digital singers who could sing, well, just about anything. And thus, in 2004, the software called Vocaloid was released. And with it, the first voice banks, Leon and Lola. These characters would go on to be called Vocaloids, named after the software. Later on, a company called Krypton Future Media would go on to create the first Japanese Vocaloids, Mako and Kaito. And of course, they came with their own anime avatars. However, it wouldn't be until 2007, when Vocaloid 2 dropped commercially, that Krypton Future Media would release what would become the most famous Vocaloid of all time, Hatsune Miku. But before they could release Hatsune Miku into the world, they needed to have a design. And so, Krypton commissioned manga artist Kaiguro to create their idol, with just two stipulations. Listen, all we need you to do is create a digital character that uses the blue-green from our Yamaha synthesizers like the DX7, and then you're good to go. No worries, don't have to go that hard. And this guy didn't just cook, he fully Michelin-starred chefed this design. So let's take a moment to break down this iconic look piece by piece. At the top, we have Miku's iconic turquoise twin tails that are as long as she is tall. And let's be real, her pigtails are kind of one of her most recognizable features. Naturally, as a teen in Japan, Miku is depicted as wearing a school uniform, like the ones we
Hey, I mean, I bet the pictures look most likely beautiful, to be honest.
commonly seen shown in anime. Regular watchers of this channel will know that we've talked about the sailor uniform many a time. But while this look is what Westerners tend to think of when they hear Japanese school uniform, there's actually a huge variety in uniforms for high school students. Ones that include different types of ribbons, sweaters, and yes, even dress shirts and ties. What is not usually part of the uniform, however, are her detached sleeves. You know, these things. They do make me feel a little bit like Mega Man. These were actually designed to look like the famous Yamaha synthesizers, such as the DX7 and the DX100. And just like certain other androids I love, Miku also has a code number, 01, which features prominently on her arm, as she was the first of Krypton's character vocal series. And I have to admit, Miku's outfit had a first-class ticket straight to my heart thanks to those gorgeous black boots, which feature a chunky heel and teal trim around the sole. I need them now. It's a given fact that Hatsune Miku has one of the most iconic character designs of all time. And thanks to the influence of her music worldwide, the look has found a home not just on stage, but in the closets of her fans.
Okay.
When Hatsune Hatsune Miku first started to gain popularity, Miku merch was pretty much limited to what you would find at a concert. Tote bags, graphic tees, that kind of thing. But as she grew into her global icon status, more brands wanted in on that Miku money. Let's start with a recent example. In 2025, a company called Super Groupies released a ton of teal-tastic bags, wallets, and watches. And they were cute. I mean, look at this watch. Miku is literally the second hand. But this one is so cute, and I just kind of need it. Unfortunately, for all of us, the collection, once it was released, very quickly sold out. Hatsune Miku and the company behind her persona have also partnered with brands like Ground Y, Dolls Kill, and Listen Flavor for even more fashion-focused collabs. Collabs that even featured outfits for fellow Vocaloid idols Miko and Kaito. I'm glad the team stuck together. But one of the best of these fashion collabs has to be from one of my personal favorite brands. And no, that is not a lie. This is one of my personal favorite brands as a boot girly. I'm talking about Hatsune Miku's collab with Koi Footwear. Yes, okay, I am biased, but look, they made the boots in real life. The actual boots. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful in your whole entire life? Forget the watch. I need these boots. But it's not all merch. Miku has also turned it out on the runway. In 2013, Miku teamed up with Louis Vuitton and fashion designer Marc Jacobs. Yes, that Marc Jacobs. Together, LV and Jacobs ended up creating the outfit that Hatsune Miku wore during her Vocaloid opera series, The End. The design itself was inspired by Louis Vuitton's 2013 ready-to-wear spring-summer collection. That's right, one of the biggest fashion brands and fashion designers in the world made clothes for a digital pop star. What a world we live in, am I right? However, that wasn't...
Hey, digital stuff deserves something to know good, especially digital females.
Miku's only high fashion collaboration. Back in 2016, Miku was even invited to a professional haute couture gown fitting with Givenchy's creative director, Riccardo Tisci. Okay, forget the watches, forget those beautiful, beautiful boots. This is the piece that I need in my closet right now. Give it to me. Give it to me. And to top it all off, Hatsune Miku had her own fashion show in Tokyo in 2024. Virtual runway and all. But there is one accessory that just might be more iconic than the boots, the watches, and yes, even the high fashion couture. Why? Well, because it's an accessory that only exists thanks to the fans. And a meme. Back in April of 2006, before Miku was even a thing, someone posted a video of the unique artistic concept of Orihime Inoue from Bleach spinning a leak set to a Finnish polka song called Yevan Polka. Listen, the early internet was a wild
Yeah.
place, to say the least. Then in 2007, after Miku's release, fans created their own version of the meme featuring Miku swinging a leek back and forth while she sang the song. And ever since then, Miku and her leeks have lived...
I think I did hear that song. You know, all of these songs do seem familiar to me, no cap.
happily and memely ever after, which is something to keep in mind if you happen to be looking to put together your own Miku cosplay. And speaking of cosplays, people love a Miku cosplay. And more than any character I've really ever seen, people love taking it as a creative challenge to create their own version of a personal Miku. You have Helldivers Miku, Dr. Eggman Miku, and even a Baby No Money Miku. Oh, no, wait. That's just Baby No Money in a normal Miku cosplay. My bad. But look, he has a leak too. Twins. But the real reason that it seems like no two Hatsune Mikus and no two Hatsune Miku cosplays ever truly look the same comes down to one of the biggest memes in all of Mikudom.
Clear for landing.
Make it to Walmart? The hotties have landed.
Biggest memes in all of Mikudom. We've spent most of today talking about Hatsune Miku's aesthetic, and that's not just because we're style theory. It's because when it comes to story, there really isn't a lot there for Miku. No tea, no shade. It's just facts. And if you don't believe me, well, here is the entire description of Hatsune Miku on Krypton's official website. Outside of her basic height, weight, and musical preferences, there's not a whole lot going on there, which has led fans to realize that if nothing about Miku is truly canon, then anything can be canon, including all of the fan art, her leaks, and yes, even your cosplays. That random drawing of Hatsune Miku that you sketched on a napkin in middle school? Yep, that's canon. This nightmare fuel that will haunt me for the rest of my days? That's canon too. And once I put on this wig, a Miku will also enter the Miku canon. But how exactly is that possible? Well, you can thank Krypton, the makers of Miku, and their very, very generous copyright. You see, in 2012, Krypton announced that they would be releasing the original Hatsune Miku drawing, as well as several of their other Vocaloid characters, into what is known as the Creative Commons. Specifically, she was released with a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial license, which means when it comes to the original Hatsune Miku design, you are free to copy, adapt, and remix it as much as you like, provided you credit Krypton and that it's not for money. Even if your Miku doesn't have all of the same characteristics of the original Miku. Like, say, different hair. Many of the official Mikus that were created for the Pokemon collaboration that represent different Pokemon types not only feature her in outfits that stray very far from her original uniform, but most of them even lack those iconic turquoise twin tails. And yet, they're all canon. Even this abomination. Yeah, I don't like Legs Miku. She can stay on the other side of the Miku kingdom. And you know what? That's
Okay.
kind of Hatsune Miku's whole point. She's a blank canvas, one that her fans can project their feelings, ideals, and ideas onto. And I'm not just talking about her clothes. I'm talking about her voice. The whole purpose of Hatsune Miku as a Vocaloid voice bank is to speak your words. Whether it's a catchy ballad with some heavy themes, or a cover of one of your favorite bands. Wait, Miku is a 21 Pilots fan? I knew I loved her. That freedom for Miku to fill so many different roles has been a huge part of why she's become such a huge megastar, and how she has helped connect millions of people across different languages and cultures. Hatsune Miku unites us in a way that very few other things can, and it's why I am so excited to finally join the official rank as Miku! Yeah. Copyright Krypton Future Media, Incorporated, 2007, licensed under a CC BY NC. But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep looking sharp. Up next
We will, Amy Kuno.
on Style Theory. K-pop Demon Hunters is everywhere, and it has
Yeah, that's true.
everything you could ever want. Fire music, amazing characters, and looks fit for your Napalm era. However, did you know that those fits are actually filled with some insane lore?
Even if K-pop Demon Hunters do die out, it will most likely take a very, very long time. But probably will never die out. Let's see and find. Anyway, also, if you like the reaction, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want me to react to next. Also, tell us, scale 1 to 10, scale 1 to 40, scale 1 to whatever you want and beyond. How much did you like the reaction? Let us know in the comments down below. We would really like to know, and that's no cap. In the next I'm Jaden. Until next time, this was the Rex Kingdom, and I'm your Cradle, Talissa. See y'all in the next video. I'm out. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm out.